So there's been a slippage in terms of courtesy and behavior and standards. I think we can agree on that. Thoughts, if any, on that, Mike, and also on whether you're going to be watching what could be the only presidential debate of this entire election season on Thursday night. They say there's going to be two. We'll see. There's definitely going to be at least this one.
I'm not sure there's going to be the one. I think the whole situation is fluid, as they say. But sure, I'll watch. I might even make popcorn. I mean, what else can you do? But bear witness. And there's a lot to watch. You know, I don't quite know yet what to think of the reports I've read about the president hunkered down in an airplane hangar with 16 people coaching and prepping and preparing for a moment. Well, 90 moments, right? It's a 90-minute debate. I don't know, again, when I think about the people in this movie, when I think about our founding fathers and how they would prepare and how people spoke back then, and just the sheer poetry of so many of these people, their mastery of the language, their control of rhetoric, their ability to make a case on the fly, to make a point, to be understood. That stuff, I don't know where that went. I mean, hell, our ability to write a letter, Megyn, if you go back and read the letters from soldiers during the Revolution or the Civil War, even in the First World War, we had such a better control of even common people, had a seemingly more facile control and understanding of how to be understood. It's just this thing has been reduced on all sides, especially on the media side, to a kind of kabuki. You know, I don't even know what to watch for when I look at a debate like this, because all of it reeks of preparation, performance, and a moment. It's drenched with it. You mentioned Cronkite. This is something else that I think a lot about. You know, he used to sign off. Do you remember how he would sign off every newscast? And that's the way it is. August 4th, 1977, or whatever it was. Well, that's over, isn't it? Nobody can look in the lens now and tell you the way it is. I mean, they try, but you can almost hear the masses giggling from sea to shining sea. What do you mean that's the way it is? Who are you to tell me that's the way it is? What do you know? We don't trust anybody in front of the camera anywhere close to the degree that we used to trust Uncle Walter. And that's because we don't trust, nor should we, right? We should be skeptical first and foremost. But the reason we need to be more skeptical today than we've ever been in the history of bipeds is because our media has never been less skeptical. We need people who are willing to hold the elected officials' feet to the fire, regardless of your personal feelings. We need more people like Scalia, who, to your earlier point, would not do a thing, but would enforce the law. And our media is just not doing their job. And so it's incumbent on the rest of us to embrace this heightened level of skepticism, which means that Walter Cronkite is not only dead and gone, but any attempt to say, trust me, is over. This is impacting every single thing in our world, Megyn, from paid spokespeople like me from time to time, to journalists, to politicians. I would suggest to you that anyone who stares into the lens of the camera and speaks with great earnestness about a thing and then concludes with something along the lines of "take my word for it" is about the most unconvincing, unpersuasive. That's not for sale anymore. In my view, the way to be persuasive today is to say, don't take my word for it. I actually wasn't there, but this is what I read, and this is what I think, and this is what I believe, and that's why. Whether it's a product that you use or a fact that you're reporting or a headline you're calling into question, we've entered into a place where people are now so skeptical and so dubious, and in many cases so cynical, that I honestly don't think there's any upside in being persuasive by trying to be persuasive. So that's a long way of saying I can't wait to see what happens in this debate, because I don't know how either of these two men are going to fundamentally overcome the deep suspicion held so close by so many viewers who are watching. We smell a fake. We can smell it. I can't believe anybody uses a teleprompter anymore, present company excluded. But I mean, from a persuasive standpoint, what are we doing? We say on the one hand that we're desperate for authenticity, and then we watch people perform. There's nothing wrong with the prompter, but show me the wide shots.
They're both going to do it. They're both going to do it, but Biden's, there's no question Biden's rehearsing way more than Trump is, and he's going to have his canned lines. And I think Trump will be much more off the cuff and ad-libbed. But when you were talking about, Walter Cronkite and what's changed, all I could think is we've made a critical error, and it's something a Mike Rowe would never have allowed had you been in charge of all the journalism. And that is, we've let our journalism class become part of the elites. They're no longer those shoe leather, scrappy, working class guys and gals shoving dimes into the payphone, trying to work their sources. F the man. I'm not on his side. I'm on the side of my readers and my viewers and my listeners. No, now they are on this. They are the man. And worse than that, they've forgotten their connection to the other side. I think about it in terms of my own life. You can go on the Scandinavian vacation. You can enroll your kids in the summer club where they learn how to play tennis. But you should never forget that you spent your own childhood. Your summer yacht club was your mom's sprinkler in the backyard, right? That, to forget that is the unforgivable part of what the journalism class has done.
Yes, 1,000 times yes. We often say, look, our elected officials work for us. Well, of course they do. But they have a duty of care to groups. They have a duty of care to their own party. They have all sorts of other things, all kinds of chronologies and hierarchies that make that platitude not terribly plausible. Journalists don't. Journalists work for all of us. We need you on that wall, right? We need you to be skeptical. We need you to be disagreeable, unlikable, and unflappable in your relentless pursuit of the truth. Because if you don't do that, if you don't question the experts in every other field, you will leave us no choice but to do that for ourselves. And we can't, because we don't know who to believe anymore, because anybody anywhere can go to any website to find any number of self-appointed experts to confirm that which they hold dear. And so we're lost. We need you guys. We need journalists back, and we need them scrappy and pissed off and highly dubious of every single thing.
You said it exactly right. The goal of any journalist should not be to be liked. It should be to be respected. That's it. If you're in the being liked game, you're failing. Grand Canyon University, a private Christian university in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, believes in equal opportunity and that the American dream starts with purpose. Change the world for good by putting others before yourself. Whether your pursuit involves a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree, GCU's online, on-campus, and hybrid learning environments are designed to help you achieve your unique academic, personal, and professional goals. With over 330 academic programs as of September, GCU meets you where you are and provides a path to help you fulfill your dreams. The pursuit to serve others is yours. Let it flourish. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.